Hey guys, Objector here, and welcome to another Black Ops 3 weapons review. Today we're going to be looking at the VMP SMG. This is probably my personal least favorite SMG in the game. I never seem to have a good feel for it, but it is a very popular SMG, and we're going to take a look at why that is, so let's get started. First, let's take a look at the damage profile. The VMP will do 30 damage up close before dropping off to 23 and eventually 19 damage. This means it will take between 4 and 6 shots to kill, with most of your engagements falling in that 5-shot kill range. Your maximum 4-shot kill range is 13 meters, which looks like this. So that's your maximum 4-shot kill range with the VMP, which isn't too bad. If you stick to the inside of buildings with the VMP, you're going to have a lot of those 4-shot kills. And the 5-shot kill range is 25 meters, which if I remember right is the same as the Kuda and looks like this. Most of your engagements with the VMP are going to take place within that 25 meters mark, so most of your kills are going to be in that 4 to 5 shots to kill, and anything beyond that will be 6 shots. The headshot multiplier is 1.1 times. This means that a headshot will reduce those 5 and 6 shots kills by 1 shot, so outside of 14 meters they are useful, but I have a hard time controlling the recoil on the VMP, so I tend to avoid going for those headshots. The rate of fire on the VMP is 900 rounds per minute, which is a little on the high side, especially compared to previous Call of Duty games, but in Black Ops 3, a lot of SMGs have a very fast fire rate, so it's nothing too crazy over the top, but it's still very good. Probably my favorite thing about the VMP is the fact that it comes with a 40-round magazine. This helps with the high fire rate as you tend to miss some of your shots, at least I know I do with the VMP, so this makes things a little more forgiving. I find the iron sights on the VMP to be poor. I know a lot of people like them and they are usable. I just think the wings on the back is a little too much for me, so I usually wanted to run with an optics, but I did find myself hip firing more with this weapon than I usually do, and we'll come down to why that is a little later on in the video. Next up is the accuracy of the weapon, so we're going to cut to a quick wall test with and without the foregrip. I think I was accidentally trying to control that first round, but as you can see, the recoil is fairly predictable and mostly vertical, and the foregrip doesn't seem to really change it that much, especially as you'll see with this third set without the grip. Right there, it's still up and slightly to the right, just like the one with the grip. This last one is straight up, even more so, but it does help control it just a little bit. It helps slows down that rise in the recoil, so it definitely isn't a wasted attachment if you want to throw a grip on there. And I actually end up recommending that later on in the video. Now, as far as what really makes the VMP special and stand out is its handling traits. It has a slightly better hipfire cone and a faster aim down sights time than the other SMGs. So if you like to hipfire, this is the SMG for you. You can put a laser sight on there and it's going to make that hipfire cone even tighter, and you can be very effective hipfiring out to ranges you wouldn't be able to with any other weapon. The aim down sights time is 183 milliseconds, and if you remember back to the Kuda episode, the Kuda's aim down sight time was 200 milliseconds, which is average for the SMG class. And if you put the quick draw grip on there, you can reduce this even more. The reload time is 1.8 seconds, which is very fast for SMGs. I think it's the same as the Kuda and the Razorback, if I remember correctly, but those 3 SMGs have faster reload times than the other SMGs in the game, and of course much faster than the assault rifles. Now, as far as what I think about the VMP, I never really got a good feel for it. I don't know why I didn't get a good feel for it, and that's really about the best way I can explain it, is just didn't have a good feel for it. It just felt wonky to me. Statistically, it should be a fairly easy weapon to use. It has the best handling in class and a good rate of fire and fairly predictable recoil. So it should be easy to use, and I think that's why a lot of people like it early on in their prestige, but it just wasn't a good fit for me, and I by far preferred the Kuda, and I really can't tell you why that is. The best setups I found to run with the VMP were either to maximize its strengths, which is its handling, or try to tame the recoil down a bit. So attachments I would suggest is the laser sight to tighten up the hipfire, and the quick draw grip if you want to aim down sights even faster. If you like the VMP, these are 2 attachments I would suggest depending on which playstyle you want, or even combine them both to kind of blend them together. If you're like me and you have a hard time with the VMP, I would slap a grip on there and make the recoil a little more manageable at those longer ranges, and probably the quick draw grip again, or optics if you want. So again, the VMP isn't a bad SMG by any means, and I think all the SMGs are strong in Black Ops 3. It just isn't the right one for me, and I know a lot of people do like it and prefer it over the Kuda or some of the other SMGs. So that's all for this video, guys. If you haven't seen my previous video on the Kuda, click the link on the screen now, and if you like the video and want to see my future weapon reviews, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Objector, signing off.